100%. Try to do 110%. Study harder, work harder. Don't try to goof off. Don't take advantage and make life easy. Compete. Be tough and be aggressive, and try to figure out what you want to do. Take risks. Do things, and learn. You know what my expression is: when you stop learning, you stop living. Even now, I learn. I write books. I get up early. I'm on the computer, and I speak to the schools, to the students, and I have to. That's why I'm stimulated, you know. Everybody has this, who is God. God gives that to them, and if he's that way, good. But if he's lazy and doesn't want to do anything, it's very hard. If you have one, you know, you can't compare him to anyone else.
That's again, it's what I thought, that if you have like many and then can like quite, you know, but then I think raise a one kid is really hard as well.
It's very hard because
you have to, you know, I don't want to too much pamper and at the same time so we really need to be careful. We really need to go, make it in, balance everything.
You have to be tolerant.
Yeah,
you have to accept some of his bad things. You can't be too much, too powerful, too overpowering. You can't dictate to him because he won't like it.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's a very parenting's not easy in today's world. It's very complicated. You have to satisfy him. You have to satisfy your husband. You have to satisfy everything, and so you have to walk a very narrow path in order to be happy, in order to be successful, in order to survive and have a good life, and know that 5 years from now things will be better. 10 years from now things will be better. You hope. You hope. You don't know. You can have my wife was mugged on. Someone attacked her on New Year's Eve. She's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
After 50 years, going to work all the time, she got attacked by somebody. He wanted money. So you have to accept these things. I don't know why it happened, but it happened. It's but you have to deal with it. You know, God gives you crosses to carry, so you have to carry them. But the main thing is, for his project, is to compare the mentality of the country compared to how it is now. And you know how it is now. If your husband's at the UN, you talk about these things, about what's going on in the world, and the threats of Muslims in Australia and so on, you know. So you know those things. So that's what you have to try to get him to put that on paper, is that everybody was for victory and winning the war. Everybody sacrificed. Sacrifice meaning Victory Garden, chicken, fish, soup, not steak. Steak, restaurants, you know, telephones. There was no. We got our first television set in 1949, and we were like the first people in the whole area to have. Everybody would come over to see the television. The television was this big, 7-inch. But everybody would come and see maybe one program or two programs. So things were very very controlled. There was very little toys, instruments, electronics. There was very few technological things. Everything like if you wanted to make toast, you had an old-fashioned toast. We had no refrigerators. We had an ice box. Remember, you go and get ice and put ice in, and not a refrigerator. So that's how it was. You had very, very little. Everybody had very little. But people were not poor. But they were living, and the immigrants felt that they were doing very well, because in Europe, they had the Irish potato famine. They had various things in Europe, killed a lot of people. They had a plague in Europe. And so people were very happy to be in America because of freedom, and they could make a living. and there were jobs here.
Yeah.
And they escaped from the dictators in like places like the dictators in Egypt and Middle East and all the stuff that's still going on. So this was freedom. And so that's why it was easy for everyone to say, to be united and fight against the Germans and the Japanese and the Italians. That's how it was. And now, in order for him to put, this is very good. The Germans, the Japanese, and the Italians are now our friends.
Yeah.
Not our enemies. So that's what he should put down. That that history changes dramatically. That now the people that we fought in the war 70 years ago are now our best friends, and Russia, who was our best friend against the Nazis, is now one of our enemies. So I think that's a very important thing to put into his write-up.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's right. Yeah.
Now, I don't know, do you want me to